Introduction. Throughout history, humans have always been fascinated by their origins. We live in an age of modern technology where our material and spiritual needs are met to the fullest. Yet one fundamental question continues to intrigue us. How did our ancestors manage to dominate the world? How did Homo sapiens survive through countless upheavals while other species perished? To understand our dominance, we must embark on a journey through time, uncovering the key milestones in human evolution. This is not just a historical narrative, it is our own story, the tale of Homo sapiens, the species that has reshaped the planet more than any other. Our origins date back to a time when the Earth itself was a chaotic, hostile environment. The journey of life, from microscopic organisms to the first humans, was a series of miraculous events. However, what truly set Homo sapiens apart was not just biological evolution, but cognitive and social revolutions that allowed us to adapt, innovate, and ultimately rule the world. In this exploration, we will examine the critical events that led to human supremacy, from the formation of the universe to the scientific breakthroughs that continue to shape our destiny. The formation of the universe and the emergence of life. The story of human dominance begins long before the first Homo sapiens walked the Earth. It starts 14 billion years ago with the Big Bang, the cosmic explosion that created all matter and energy in the universe. Over time, atoms formed, stars ignited, and galaxies took shape. Among them was a small rocky planet in the Milky Way, our Earth. Approximately 4.5 billion years ago, Earth was a violent and uninhabitable place, constantly bombarded by asteroids and volcanic eruptions. However, its location was key, not too close to the sun, where water would evaporate, nor too far, where it would freeze. This Goldilocks zone allowed liquid water to exist, a crucial ingredient for life. About 3.8 billion years ago, the first signs of life appeared in Earth's oceans. These early organisms were microscopic, but they were the ancestors of every living thing today. Over millions of years, life evolved into more complex forms, eventually leading to the rise of multicellular creatures, plants, and animals. Water played a critical role in shaping Earth's landscapes and supporting life. Rivers and oceans carved valleys, transported minerals, and provided the conditions necessary for biological development. Without water, life as we know it would never have existed. But life on Earth was not guaranteed. The planet experienced mass extinctions, extreme climate changes, and countless environmental challenges. Despite these obstacles, life persisted, adapting to new conditions and continuing its evolutionary journey. It was only a matter of time before a new kind of creature emerged, one that would not just survive, but fundamentally change the world. This was the dawn of the hominins, the early ancestors of modern humans, who would one day rise to dominate the planet. The rise of Homo sapiens life on Earth had already existed for billions of years before our direct ancestors appeared. The journey toward Homo sapiens began with hominins, a group of early human-like species that evolved in Africa. Among them were species such as Australopithecus, who walked on two legs, and Homo habilis, known as the handyman, for using primitive tools. Around 2 million years ago, a significant transformation occurred when Homo erectus emerged. Unlike earlier hominins, Homo erectus had a larger brain and the ability to create fire. Fire was a turning point in human evolution, providing warmth, protection from predators, and the ability to cook food, which made digestion easier and supported brain development. Then, about 300,000 years ago, a new species appeared, Homo sapiens, meaning wise human. However, Homo sapiens were not alone. Other human species, like the Neanderthals and Denisovans, also roamed the Earth. While Neanderthals were physically stronger and well adapted to cold climates, Homo sapiens had something even more powerful: advanced cognition and social cooperation. Around 70,000 years ago, the cognitive revolution took place. During this period, early humans developed complex language, which allowed them to share knowledge, plan for the future, and form larger social groups. This ability to communicate and cooperate gave Homo sapiens a decisive advantage over other species. With their newfound cognitive abilities, early humans began spreading beyond Africa. They migrated to Europe, Asia, and eventually the Americas and Australia. As they moved, they adapted to new environments, hunting large animals, crafting better tools, and establishing the first signs of culture. such as art and symbolic thinking. Meanwhile, other human species began to disappear. Some were likely outcompeted by Homo sapiens, while others may have interbred with them. Today, genetic studies show that many modern humans still carry traces of Neanderthal and Denisovan DNA, evidence of ancient encounters between species. By 13,000 years ago, Homo sapiens were the only surviving human species. Their intelligence, adaptability, and social skills had allowed them to dominate the planet. However, their journey was far from over. The next great transformation, the agricultural revolution, would shape human civilization in ways never seen before. The agricultural revolution, the birth of civilization. For most of their existence, Homo sapiens lived as hunter-gatherers, moving from place to place in search of food. They relied on hunting wild animals, fishing, and gathering plants, fruits, and nuts. While this lifestyle had sustained humans for thousands of years, it also had its limitations. Finding food was unpredictable, and survival depended on nature's generosity. Then, around 12,000 years ago, humans discovered something that would change their destiny forever: agriculture. The shift from foraging to farming, known as the agricultural revolution, allowed humans to control their food supply rather than depend on it. They learned to cultivate crops like wheat, barley, and rice, as well as domesticate animals such as cattle, sheep, and chickens. This was a turning point in human history. Agriculture allowed people to settle in one place rather than constantly moving. Permanent villages and towns began to form, creating the first human civilizations. Rivers like the Nile, Tigris, and Indus provided fertile lands, leading to the rise of great ancient societies. Farming also led to the development of property ownership. Unlike hunter-gatherers, who shared resources, farmers needed to defend their land, food, and animals. This resulted in social hierarchies, where some people accumulated wealth while others worked the land. Societies became more structured, with leaders, warriors, and religious figures emerging to maintain order. However, agriculture also brought new challenges. Dependence on farming meant that droughts, floods, or pests could lead to starvation. Additionally, living in larger communities increased the spread of diseases, which had never been a major issue for nomadic tribes. Wars over land and resources also became more common. Despite these hardships, agriculture fueled technological advancements. Humans invented irrigation systems to control water, built granaries to store food, and developed writing systems to keep records. The first known writing, cuneiform, appeared in Mesopotamia around 5,000 years ago. With writing came history, laws, and knowledge preservation, allowing civilizations to advance. By this time, the world had changed dramatically. Humans were no longer just survivors. They were builders of societies, shaping the world in ways no other species had ever done. Yet, the greatest transformations were still to come, as science, trade, and exploration would soon take human progress to even greater heights. The scientific and industrial revolutions, humanity's leap forward. For thousands of years, human civilization expanded through agriculture, trade, and warfare. Kingdoms and empires rose and fell, religions shaped societies, and technological innovations slowly improved daily life. However, a true breakthrough occurred around 500 years ago, the scientific revolution, a period that transformed how humans understood the world. Before this revolution, most people relied on religious or mythical explanations for natural events. However, during the 16th and 17th centuries, scholars began to seek knowledge through observation, experimentation, and reasoning. Scientists like Galileo Galilei and Isaac Newton discovered the laws of motion and gravity, while explorers like Christopher Columbus and Ferdinand Magellan navigated the world's oceans, proving that the Earth was round and far more interconnected than previously imagined. The scientific revolution led directly to another major transformation, the Industrial Revolution, which began in the 18th century. For the first time, humans harnessed machine power to replace manual labor. Factories emerged, producing textiles, steel, and other goods at unprecedented speeds. Steam engines powered trains and ships, making travel and trade faster than ever. Cities grew rapidly as people left farms to work in industrial centers, forever changing human society. However, this progress came with new challenges. Industrialization led to pollution, dangerous working conditions, and the exploitation of workers, including children. Social inequalities became more pronounced as a small group of industrialists amassed great wealth while the working class struggled to survive. Yet over time, labor movements and reforms helped improve working conditions, and technological advancements continued to elevate human life. Another crucial development of this era was the rise of capitalism, where private individuals controlled trade and industry rather than governments. Banks, stock markets, and multinational companies emerged, driving the global economy. This system encouraged competition, innovation, and economic growth, but also widened the gap between the rich and the poor. By the 20th century, scientific discoveries led to even greater advancements: electricity, medicine, automobiles, and eventually computers. Humans entered the digital age, connecting the world like never before. Yet, as technology advanced, so did humanity's impact on the environment, leading to new concerns about climate change and sustainability. As humanity continues to innovate, we must balance progress with responsibility. The same intelligence that allowed us to conquer the Earth must now be used to preserve it for future generations. Humanity's future, challenges, and responsibilities. As humans continue to advance at an unprecedented rate, the question arises: what does the future hold for our species? While scientific and technological progress has given us immense power, it has also introduced significant challenges that could shape or even threaten the destiny of humankind. One of the most urgent concerns is climate change. The Industrial Revolution may have brought prosperity, but it also led to widespread environmental destruction. The burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and pollution have caused global temperatures to rise, leading to extreme weather, rising sea levels, and ecosystem collapse. If humanity fails to address this crisis, future generations may face devastating consequences, including food and water shortages, mass migrations, and the loss of countless species. Another critical issue is resource depletion. Modern civilization depends heavily on non-renewable resources such as oil, gas, and rare minerals. However, as the global population continues to grow, now surpassing 8 billion people, demand for these resources is rapidly increasing. If sustainable alternatives are not developed, wars over energy and clean water could become inevitable. At the same time, technological advancements are pushing humanity into uncharted territory. Artificial intelligence, AI, and automation are transforming industries, making many traditional jobs obsolete. While these innovations could enhance efficiency and improve lives, they also pose economic and ethical dilemmas. Will AI replace human workers entirely? Could machines one day surpass human intelligence? These are pressing questions that society must address. Additionally, genetic engineering and biotechnology are revolutionizing medicine. Scientists now have the power to modify DNA, potentially curing genetic diseases and even extending human lifespan. However, this technology also raises moral concerns. If people can design their children for intelligence, strength, or beauty, what will happen to natural diversity and equality? The possibility of a future where only the wealthy have access to genetic enhancements could create new social divisions. Despite these challenges, humanity also has the potential to achieve extraordinary things. Space exploration, for example, offers a vision of hope. Organizations like NASA and SpaceX are working toward colonizing Mars and exploring distant planets. If successful, this could mark the beginning of humanity becoming a multiplanetary species, securing our survival beyond Earth. Ultimately, the future of Homo sapiens depends on the choices we make today. Will we use our intelligence and creativity to build a sustainable, just, and peaceful world? Or will we allow greed, conflict, and environmental destruction to dictate our fate? The answer lies in our hands.